Hi guys, this is Haley. Today I'm doing a deep dive into the artistry of Nina Park. She's a Korean-American makeup artist behind some of the most viral, elevated celebrity looks. I've been recreating some of her looks on both my Instagram and TikToks, and you guys asked me to do a longer or detailed version here on YouTube, so here we are. As a makeup artist trained both in the States and South Korea, I see her work as an ultimate example of combining Korean techniques with Western colors. Korean makeups are all about details, and she paired those techniques with Western colors using less saturated bronzy shades. I went through all of her interviews and past work and broke down her techniques to make them easy to follow. I'm so excited to share how I recreate the looks, so let's get started. So first, we are going to start off with the base makeup. Looking at her work, I can clearly see that the skin just looks like the skin. Just slightly even out with the light coverage and that perfect sheer glow from within, but not too much glow. To achieve that look, I'm starting off with the illuminating base. I actually saw that she used MOOL glowing base in one of her Get Ready With Me video. I tried the product, but I don't have that product right now, so instead I'm going to use this Saie Glowy Super Gel in Starglow. This is pretty similar with the MOOL base product. It's more like a highlighter slash base primer with a very sheer glow, so it looks very natural even if you put this underneath your foundation, and you can just use this as a highlighter. I'm not gonna put it all over my face. Instead, I'm just gonna focus on high points on my cheeks and the temples to create a really sheer natural radiance. And that's exactly what she did in one of her videos, so I'm gonna do exactly like that. I just finished putting this highlighter, and you can clearly see that it looks very glowy, like sheer glow, and it just instantly brightened the center of my face and around these high points of my cheek area. Now I'm moving on to corrector. In that video, she said she doesn't like wearing foundation because it's too detectable on her skin, which is literally me. So if you want to skip the foundation, it's very important to use the power of corrector. I'm using this Bobbi brown corrector in Bisque. I featured this tons of times on my channel. This is the exact shade that I found that it neutralized my under dark circles perfectly. It's just in between pink and peach, and it's more like muted or neutralized color. Even if I put this on its own and don't put any concealer on top, it still looks very natural. So I'm gonna use this color to correct my under dark circles, and also a little bit of the product. I'm just gonna put this around my lips because that's also pretty dark compared to other part of my face. This is after putting the color corrector, and you can see that mine looks much brighter and looks pretty even. So if you use the right shade of color corrector to cover any dark circles or just darker area on your face, you can skip foundation altogether or just use much less foundation or concealer because it already helps you to even out darker areas so that you can get much more natural look. Next, we are going to move on to foundation. In one of her interviews, she said that if it's like editorial look, she would skip liquid foundation but would go for more like a cream or tinted moisturizers for natural looks. So we're gonna use that cream foundation, and this is DIOR stick foundation, and I've been obsessed with this foundation. Even though I'm foundation free, I found that this gives them much more natural look than just normal liquid foundation with high coverage. So I will show you how it melts into my skin. With the foundation, I'm just gonna focus on the center of my face, and then with some leftover, I can just blend all together to keep the look natural. And I'm just using my fingers to just blend everything. So I'll just finish blending only this side, and you can clearly see it looks very natural and how it just melts into my skin with just blending with fingers. And also it's very lightweight and gives that natural sheer coverage, so it's just perfect for natural everyday makeup looks because you can just easily blend with your fingers. I've done with the cream foundation, and you can see that it looks very natural, even, but still a little bit of the coverage. I have some like hyperpigmentation or a little bit of the spots I want to cover, so instead of going to another layer of foundation, I'm gonna do a spot concealing. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know what spot concealing is. It's basically using a really high coverage concealer like this very thick cream concealer, and using this type of very small concealer brush, you're gonna use a pretty decent amount of the product, and with this brush you're gonna put a really tiny dots on the area you want to cover like this, and by doing that you're gonna cover exact area you want to cover while keeping other like part of your face very natural. I put some few dots on this side and a little little bit here. Now I'm gonna cover my eye bags, like darkest part of my under eye dark circles, using the same concealer. When you want to cover this hollow or very deep under dark circle lines, look at the mirror like this way and you're gonna see that dark line. So I'm gonna take a little bit of the lighter shade of concealer with the same brush, very thin brush, and follow that darkest line exactly like here and draw a really thin line along that dark part. And do not go all the way to here, because if you brighten like whole like front cheek area, it's gonna make your face like wider. So we are gonna just focus on this center and we are gonna let it set for a few seconds to get more coverage. And now these like spot concealing areas set pretty well, so I'm just gonna blend the edges with the clean brush so that you can get much more natural look. And do not try to go really harsh with blending. Instead, like really gentle sweeping motion to keep the concealer coverage. And then you can see this side, the hyperpigmentation and little spot disappear. And using the same brush, I'm gonna blend a little bit of this thin line. And I'm trying to blend really gently. And again, I don't do like really harsh sweeping motion, more like sweeping very gently on the surface. And by doing that, you're gonna cover exact area you want to cover while like keeping these parts that don't need that much coverage natural. And I think this is the best way to get that natural, even base makeup look without using too much product. It's not like perfect filter like makeup look, but I think that's the thing about Nina Park makeup as well. So before moving on to eye makeup, I'm just gonna use this type of translucent powder to mattify the eye area or just eyebrows, a little bit on my nose, just remove any excess oil or shine on my face. Moving on to eye makeup, looking at all of her work, she has like signature color palette. She uses more neutral grayish tone instead of warm bronzy brown colors, which makes the look more sophisticated and chic. And when it comes to placement and depth, she focuses almost entirely on the outer corners. The darker shades are concentrated on the outer edge, while the creases kept very subtle. So to achieve the exact Nina Park eye makeup look, I'm gonna use this Makeup by Mario eyeshadow palette. I believe this is the best neutral eyeshadow palette I ever used, and I just always keep going back to this palette whenever I want to create more natural look or just a little bit of smoky eyes. And in the palette, there's a gray color, so it is perfect for Nina Park style makeup look. So first, I'm gonna take this light brown shade to add a little bit of shadow on my face. With the same color, I'm just gonna put the lower lash lines as well. Next, I'm going to take this dark gray color to add some depth to the outer corner. Once that's blended out and looking soft, I will take the leftover product and bring it slightly inwards just to make sure everything looks connected. And then I'm just gonna curl my lashes before moving on to the eyeliner. And then I'm gonna put the eyelash primer right away to keep the curl all day. I just finished to curl my lashes and put the mascara primer on, and now moving on to eyeliner. Looking at her work again, I can clearly see that the color is almost always black. It's never like harsh light that you can get from like eyeliner pen or gel eyeliner. It's more like a smudge liner that you can get from pencil or black eyeshadow. So I'm taking this eyeliner pencil from Makeup Forever. It's just black pencil that smudge very easily. So I'm just gonna tightline first and then draw a really tiny wing eyeliner, and then I'm gonna smudge it later. The thing about the Korean makeup is we always do like tight lining. It's a technique where you fill the upper waterlines and add subtle depth to the eyes. So I'm done with the tight lining and a little bit of the wing eyeliner, and I'm taking the black eyeshadow from the same palette, and using this really thin flat brush, I'm just gonna take a little bit of the black eyeshadow and then smudge the lines and make it more natural, following the lines I drew with eyeliner. Because I did black eyeliner, the eyeshadow seems very subtle, so I'm just gonna add more depth using the same gray eyeshadow to the outer edge again, and kind of blend with the eyeliner all together to look softer. With some leftover, I'm gonna do on the lower lashes as well. So I'm done with the eyeshadow and eyeliner, and when I close my eyes, you can see there's only like depth to the outer edge, and this inner part of my eyes is just very natural, a little bit bit of the shadow. So this is how I would create that Nina Park signature eye makeup look. But I found it there's a little bit of the subtle shadow around the crease as well. So to add a little bit subtle depth to my crease or eyes, I'm just gonna take this ashy like contour color. This is from JUDYDOLL, and then I'm just gonna follow my crease a little bit to add more depth to my eyes and connect all together. And by doing this, you can see that there's a little bit of the shadow or depth to my lids so that my eyes will look more sculpted and more defined. To finish off the eye makeup, I'm gonna put the mascara on. For mascara, I'm gonna use this ETUDE Curl Fix mascara. This has been my just everyday mascara since I've gotten this in Korea. It gives that like super clean, lightweight lash look. Typically, I don't put this mascara right onto my lashes. I take a little bit of this paper towel and then get off the excess amount of the product to just get more natural looks. So if the mascara is newly open, you see that there's too much product coming out, so it gets clumps easily. So I'm just gonna put the mascara all over my upper lashes and lower lashes. So now I'm done with the eye makeup and moving on to brows. And when I look at her work, her brow looks very natural, obviously. So I'm just gonna start filling my brows with this ash brown color, just all over my brows first. If there's any like sparse areas, I'm just gonna fill in with the brow pencil. And I'm not gonna draw like really defined or very strong eyebrow look. I'm gonna try to keep it very natural. And then I'm gonna use a brow gel to just look clean. But I'm not gonna brush my eyebrows really upwards. I'm just gonna follow my natural brow shape to keep it natural. Now I'm moving on to face makeup like bronzer and blush. I found that her works are not that much about heavy contouring. It's more about your face but better look. She even didn't use that harsh warm tone bronzer that looks very obvious on model skin. Instead, she used more like a skin-like color but a little bit of the warmth. So to achieve like Nina Park contouring or bronzer look, I found a little bit of the lighter shade of bronzer than you usually do would help you to get that natural bronzer look. I'm just gonna take this pretty light bronzer color to create that soft bronzy look. I would usually go for a darker color than this one, but since we are recreating the Nina Park makeup looks, we are gonna take this lighter shade. And she didn't do the like heavy contouring or sculpting, so I'm trying to go a really light hand with this type of fluffy contour brush. This is a new bronzer from Beverly, and I found it has a really smooth and fine pigment, so it helps you get the really natural bronze look. With some leftover, I'm gonna put a little bit on my nose to contour a little bit. And this is after using a bronzer. It looks very natural, but just added some warmth to my face. And now moving on to blush. For the violet look for Edison Wear, she used this cream blush from Clio. It's pretty like light medium, neutral warm pink color. So I think this shade is gonna give you that fresh flush makeup look. So I'm taking a little bit on my cheek and a little bit on my nose because we are gonna add some fake freckles later. I noticed that she loves adding fake freckles on all of her clients, and I can see why. They make the whole look so much natural because it gives the illusion that you're wearing that much makeup, so your natural freckles are just peeking through. So I'm just gonna put a little bit around my nose areas with a brown eyeliner, and I found that this type of more gray brown looks pretty natural. So I'm just gonna put this liquid eyeliner to draw up some fake freckles, and then I'm just doing dots like random area and then blend with my fingers right away to look more natural. And I kind of want to brighten the hollow area again, so I'm just gonna put the high coverage concealer that I use, and then with a clean brush I'm just gonna blend right away. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of the translucent powder to set everything and then remove any excess shine on my face. And for highlighter, I saw that she used this Chanel highlighter in one of her makeup tutorials, so I'm just using my fingers to gently tap the products a little bit onto high points of my cheeks for that little bit dewy glow. I've done everything for my face, and now moving on to lip makeup. I studied a lot about Nina Park's signature lip makeup look. I see a little bit of brown lines around the lip lines and then a little bit of the rosy color on the center. And I'm completely obsessed that contour but a little bit color lip makeup look. It makes your lip volumized but also look very fresh, so I love that. Some people say you need to use like gray lip liners, and I found that it's more brown color. Warm rosy colors are very obvious around the lip lines, so I'm mostly using like brown colors to contour my lips and shape my lips. To create the Nina Park signature lip makeup look, I'm starting off this cream bronzer, and if you see the color, it's just warm brown color, and I found it just looks perfect to create that bronzy like contour lip makeup look. And instead of going directly to my lips, I found that using this type of small pointy brush really helps you to get this smudge contour like natural look. So I'm just using a small eyeshadow brush, more like a roundy shape, and then taking a little bit of the cream contour and then blend a little bit on the back of my hands and start following your natural lip line first while I keep blending. And the thing is, you don't need to go really overline your lips. Start placing onto your lip line first and then smudge a little bit over. That's gonna make it more natural. Don't forget the inner parts of your lips. That's gonna make your look more put together and more polished. Now I'm done with the cream contour. You can see my lips looks much fuller but still very natural. So this is kind of like contour base before putting the actual lip liner. So now I'm taking this brown pencil to draw a really thin line. So I'm just gonna follow my natural lip lines first and then smudge a little bit to do a little bit of the overlining. The thing is, you have to keep smudging until it looks very natural, otherwise it's gonna be too obvious, which will make your whole look very unnatural. And don't forget the inner corner again. And now you can see my lips looks much more sculpted with that brown liner. So now I'm going to make the lips look more even with this nudish pink brown lipstick. And if I put this on the back of my hands, you can see it looks more like a nudie pink color. And when I put it onto my lips, it looks more like a nudish pink that evens on my lip color. So I'm just gonna focus more on the center area of my lips to make it look even. Now you can see my lips looks very even, so I'm gonna put this rosy color to add some color to my lips. And whenever I see the Nina Park signature lip maker look, I found there's a little bit of that red slash pink color, like rosy color, mostly on the center of the lips. And I found that using this type of like dark pink slash red color is just perfect for that kind of look, rather than using a just red or just light pink color. So to add more color, I'm just gonna draw really thin lines, mostly inside of my lips, to just focus on the center. And again, don't forget the inner corner. And then you can see there's a little bit of the red rosy color inside of my lips. And then I'm just gonna blend a little bit with fingers. And this is after that rosy pink color. And I kind of want to add more depth to my lips because the brown color looks a little bit too smudged. To add more depth to my lips, instead of using a bronzing cream or cream bronzer, I'm gonna use a powder type for a more like long-lasting look. And I'm just gonna follow my natural lip lines again to contour and add a little bit of the warmth to my lips. And this is after everything. You can see my lips looks much bigger, more sculpted, but a little bit of the rosy color makes my looks very fresh. If you find that you overline your lips too much, just taking this type of flat concealer brush and clean a little bit around your lips like this so that it will like make it more clean. And you can just correct a little bit. So this is a finished look. I love it how it turns out so natural. It's just perfect definition of my skin but better look. I feel like it's more than just no makeup look. It still looks very polished, put together, and very chic. I'm such a fan of her work, so I'm so proud as a Korean. Her work I recognize like all over the world. And please let me know if there's any other look or other makeup artist look you want me to recreate. I'd love to know about that. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye!